Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Good day. This is part of the Ingram Angle. I'm going to cover two or three important areas on this. One is that we're not all New Yorkers or New Orleans. Many of us need to be back to work. Um, let's get into the specifics here. These graphs are showing that the numbers are greatly down in New York. There are some places in the United States that the numbers were down 2 weeks ago. We need to be moving back towards normalcy.
You're totally wrong. Now look at this graph. The purple dotted line is where we are today.
Yeah, we're totally wrong. Some numbers off 6 times lower than what we need. We're not New Orleans. We need to get back to work. The elderly that are isolated in these nursing homes, it's tragic for them. We need to get back and carefully visit them in some areas. This needs to be accelerated to have greater humanity. But the biggest problem, and she points this out here, is this paycheck protection thing is a mess. It's not working. The money's not flowing. The money needs to be flowing both federally and state-wise. The state employees need to get back to work, and this money needs to be flowing. It's a mess. Federally, it's not flowing. Statewide, it's not flowing. This is the biggest message that needs to get out there. This money is not flowing, and we're not getting back to work. And it is going to cost a lot of small business, a lot of lives, a lot of income. House foreclosures are going to be at all-time high. Unemployment's at all-time high. Car losses and bankruptcies are going to be at all-time high. This needs to be stopped. And the 600 billion, which we should have had, back to 250. The Dems don't give a crap about the economy. Frankly, this is wrong. Docs need to get their heads out of their butts, and we need to get back to work.
Say, let's keep it shut down. Let's shut down the entire world. Let's keep it shut for a couple of years.
It's totally wrong. This guy's a traitor. Should be strung up. This report out of Macron, with Macron out of France, is very important.
The results of a follow-up study of more than 1,061 COVID patients that were put on a regimen of hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin.
Now, the only thing wrong here is that they need to make sure they're having zinc with this. But they need to be using this a lot better and more effectively than they are.
Preliminary report contains some very good news. Now, the results are still being analyzed, but the virologic healing was achieved in 973 of the patients in 10 days, or an efficacy rate of 91%. But what about the critics who cited possible serious complications?
And there were no complications. Let's move on past this. Again, the problems with food banks are horrendous. The problems with lines in the food banks are horrendous. We need to get back to normalcy and make the money move, make the economy move, free up some things. Start doing that now.
Some of them smile and some of them cry.
As the president said, this shutdown, what it's doing, what it's obviously done to the income earning potential of people. We have record numbers of people at food banks. Even in Boston, a friend of mine told me the other day, he couldn't believe what he saw. The president said this state that we're in, this like suspended state of animation, is unnatural. It cannot continue indefinitely. Certainly can't continue much longer. We have to adapt to new information, new data, and when the projections are off,
we need to get back to work. The federal response to getting back to work needs to be accelerated. The state response needs to be accelerated. There are many states that aren't in New York, aren't New Orleans. They need to get back to work.
As they've been off, we've demonstrated this actually almost for 2 weeks now. Our response.
We've been off for 2 weeks, way too high. People are in the hospitals, are being laid off, the hours are being cut back, people are being curtailed and going back to their normal shifts. We're over this thing, hospital-wise in many areas. We aren't in New York. We aren't in New Orleans. Those are different areas. The United States is different throughout the regions. They need to be handled different. One glove fits all is wrong. It's wrong. States need to give more flexibility and need to be able to make their own decisions without being influenced by elite groups. It's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day, and let's get back to work ASAP. And China needs to be held accountable financially for this, one way or another. Good day.